Na ene dia me nse wo mre. Nso efutu a wo ma me no. Ense ne wo kan nse Asante mankai. Se ebedi adanse pefe na obi ate ejuma abra me ye mampanyi me ye wa Asante manmu. Enye se me bebo se ma ye 1,000 and something projects. We chips compounds and kan ho. Enjuma district assemblies aye and kan ho. Sebi ajana bia and kan ho. We enjuma nkasa abra me ye o mampanyi ye. Nana bebre so wadaworma otayechi nti ne etimi yes anwuma nyina enti me bono baako ne dikan eye edwa eye fe wo West Africa hi nyina sa dwa ne bi ni ho e wo Kumasi ha kejetia market. Nana if you are yesi Tafo market, yesi Asawasi market, yesi Atonsu market, Edwankwa no na Eba hospital yesi esi Sewa hospital, Afari military hospital, Formina hospital, Bekwai hospital, Nina ewa Asante manmu ha. Oba Akwanya Asawasi town roads, Swami town roads, Tafo town roads, Kenya Sea roads, High School Junction to Janasi roads, Bomso to High School road, Kote to Aiduasi to Campus roads, Emena to Bwedi, Apromasi to Ejiso, Bonre Junction to Bonre road, Aprede to Parkoso, Tikromba road to Antwa roads, Bekwai town roads, New Edibiasi town roads, Bonfa Junction to Isiwa road, Bekwai to Isiwa road, Kumawu to Dombonsu road, Tepamanfo to Subriso to Fanti road, and we are quite a few nine. Ewo Asante manmu ha.
Otumfo no brebo mu ni se. Akwan ne de bebre ama contractors. Eno de number ne de enka, me fa nze enka ya. Nenso no sikasem ne nti no aban etimi ntua interim payment certificate no dodo na everybody so omuni site this is o kabra na say o di ama contract na ye den nti aban na sabi ye ne no ka ye bono so benye sika no ma sign aba site na then bi kofa annual contract e go twa mo man so contract me corporate previous and best trust so que the final asaya fana enyefe as no ke hono ye dia ma contractor already shop wo ye free of wasi abadan tando abisi man so kwanta na ko dia ba bisi anyan kwanta over 240 million US dollars project then am say payment no e ko o sha si free of wasi abadan tando eduma no enkoso yi papa enti akwan de otunfo ye wo ha until saban bit matwitwa contractors no ka your big problem edru ba bia na me akra me am ho ye me mobo because I dey scanning you butu me wan so office ye timi ye kon ya ka ba wa kamen so metina so ni ye ni nyina bia da chi me na mo me free so na mo kwa betima ka se ye kwa we na me ka ho ye kwa we ya me breso so ni ma no bebrebe no ohia se no next ka se no ama bebrebe yak ni hu me na mo pata hi ni se ya no mani ye because the town rules they go up to now it me ya afi ye request say ye terminate na ye farmer contract for franya sa de ko no happy it go for akwan ne de ka de ama contract so it me yem be 60% pray wia enka asusu aso no e be boy na e mum ska sem no na
we have built 28,485 household toilets. Then you have the Sustainable Rural Water and Sanitation Project, where 12,972 toilets have been built. Then there's ongoing construction of 5,000 under the Greater Accra Sustainable Sanitation and Livelihood Improvement Project, the GASLIP project. 5,000 toilets are being built there. The Government of Ghana Household Toilet Program, we're building 1,900 toilets there, and Rural Sanitation Model and Strategy Program, 40,348 toilets serving 3,000 communities. And then under the Urban Sanitation Pilot Project, 21,332. So under the Toilets for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. Quite remarkable. The
toilets, Amamu. Yabesi toilets. In all, Yabesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all.
They take your IC. This government, they put delivery trackers, also toilet. Toilet be district assembly them work. Why national government, they tell people what you do, then toilet in the district assembly. That one we know that.
Abusia nyumre braso say dear shaman yesem dwumedie so na wukue yesin kunya besra no nu baako ensem bebre na tiegu ye mamu na asante mantamu na ndaje ni poso NDC Frankantuni ni amanyuko matisi mountain a chese omose omoko walk na yekeka yese dom ko pa na mampena da jondo amani ma yeka se yesi nansa odi yesi na nusi se obonto wa asante mantamu sankomo no ewo ho enkomo baako so ho ne se electoral commission ano da betudwa se we hwese nka parliament beje atumu a na nka fi 2024 December 7th about wodano na nka opeso osesa no na before electoral commission betu sa na mo na SDA fu ewo Ghana the petition akoma electoral commission say once sa ye afi die de beto aba esan say 7 December ne besi Saturday memenda koba ne sa so na say SDA fu no munya kwanya ento aba na sansem no ho ye nya ne ntie say NDC say amanyuko so is against that. Say yebesesa election day no anase date no ensem ogu apono so a ene yebidi onko nsane de dos papa Dr. Muhammad Bawumia Achesa ban baaye no o ma create for the past 7 years o ma create 2.1 million jobs and o ma create ye were other ministers under this government so almost make a pronouncement as to number of jobs about we are created for the past 7 years and we are going to dig na ya hwehwed bebia no kra no wono ne ho say ampa how many jobs ne ya create na abanjuma fokra wo Ghana kra no mdodo eyese yebedi san komo no so e wo fidie mo twiba wo fidie no na kan ho say ene akwanya beba ama wo so atimi a kire waje say the number na the screen so no na wonso so kan say obetimi ajoin ye na wo de wadwen kire dia ba bebia send message ni be free no ya kan say wo di udin ebeka ho na wo de wadwen kire so e de aba me kan say me din nsisa me din and Samuel Huntor betimi aframe the captain of the dress from my Igbe Mafia so meje so na answer na ye be konsem titro na ankasa so no me mpanyimfo bedi nkomo wo fidiem hase na onse no na make sure say as they say last week Friday and IMF another $600 million ebetu na ebetu no no Monday meeting some of the contractors or my abandoned sites. I just say lack of funds and about farm no. Some of them are started going back to a site. I say Sikanaba side also be a Timian. Now you see Simwa. A ko back where about moon a Germany are buying Eddie from a National Association of Institutional Suppliers. I just say or more and they supply my buying a new to say schools in institutions. Almost as every amount yet or more at Tesco Quatra Banches say. I bind to more cap bosume. Porapore Duansensia, which is 3 years, I buy into ya na or more than back as I buy into ya dear any betting Tesco padia chair. I buy and then pay you for them why you know more about your common. I be some say, why now? Why now? Fear men son, I bind the cap 2021 one cassa, 2022 one cassa, 2023 one cassa. 2024 ever to about and now $600 million in a buy. So about Jom share and also Kahua, you be decided some comment because of what you can cause in Nano now or drink so by Repel making canina at the amount penny for a wolf idiom has seen my memo Macquab and penny for no command a free a year or may concern members of National Association of Institutional Suppliers. You will feed them. Omo PRO, Ewaha, and Omo General Secretary Suha. Mamma General Secretary, Yenia Amwa, Tahi, Pacho din Maboni. Pacho Pomia de.
De Yaminti.
Pacho wait me, the Namanagu. Yes, set himself. No watching but relax how you feel so so na yenua kasama former ekwe Emmanuel Ayivo and so video ma ima akwaba
yenua
achana pom ye de
adumo Ghana nyina managers nti bibia yes manage
especially so what Accra stay back
na
have to manage Mama Shasem free a General Secretary. General Secretary, why now? My first question is why now? A buying obi de woka. Bosume porepore dia sensia. Ya antemonka. Why now? Aden afi na mo bedan abaka.
Rabbi Medase. Na it's never why now. It's not now. Enya afi na edan abanka. You see in Kunya severally. Sibechoyeka. Way back 2021, 22, 23. If your last time you share minister was just last year, December. I agree saying come to Eka. Now so no, it's in Kunyabia Munquenche betua. Na and one no. Na you want to know any supply school uniforms, Emma Sinai schools under free Sinai policy. You may hear from years back before free Sinai ever. So we have the set of machine that the day you mana a order. And yes, I fair if I say you want to be a order. Yes, a big man 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, 8 years. I said, if I ever. If I buy no, a bunch of bit your uniforms no, to Mompa Mombra, near to us. Yeah, by ya. Beginning a year fine. 3 months near to ya, 4 months if you see 21 ever now. I fit near to you. I find near to you. And I made it here, which is minister. You think when you're
Minister Bay?
A share minister, education
minister.
Yes, education minister. First, not a deputy, a shiano, and son of a minister and Gaza. You get why now? A share in Pebre, but a share be a Democrat, on 1 year.
Adiana Mukusha minister or Catchamos, and now come here. Minister there, Bosha Ben or Shamo.
Oh, yeah, Medasi. The Ghana say cushion paying for to the mamma can you do? Ye and she shed the butcher. Ye and she shed it into a bibia, yakwa more can you do, ye butcher, won't ye butcher. But until recently, last meeting in years, in fact, as some more can mums na or your crack. Because no or catching the say members not waffling because not bush and Dawson. Into near pede in Kaye action BTN demonstration. Now then last meetings as more can the demonstrations or yen constitutional right on through into Yanko Yentian into Eshe in summer or catching you are not sure there. There is no hope, another encouragement being you there. Why an argument Buchia and Kausesia?
I said, Dede Amuyina, no Munshada who. And she be much as in Femi and Sunny. So since 2021, I find it's the second term of a year non MPP government, you know. Into program.
My young clarification on the school system, no, yeah, no academic year. Into 2021-2022 academic year. Then 2022-2023 academic year. Into
is it 2 academic?
2 academic years. Into say Yerka 3 years and then Yerka this academic year 2023-2024 our students work on last December on no ban now.
And then find say must supply a year this uniforms and services at my government a year 6 times.
Yeah. Yes.
6 times.
Yes.
And I'm a supplier.
But here inside you know for clothing no yeah no for an academic year.
Okay. The
afe.
Okay.
It's the first year's bar. Now supplies are on. It's so second year we don't have any issue with them. Then the next batch our papa no. Into mayor can was me this year one our final year this year way and one our second year one sika some year can this year. The Abanizi and Kawa on cheer.
Muko no modo be saying na a cabe sen buy them.
We over 250.
250
suppliers.
Okay.
And 250 no. Obabaku be jama dodo. For instance, me say me one supplier, but me kura workers or more masi adwuma more than 20.
Okay.
Kura machines.
Okay.
Okay, until one day by one no, pay bre one say, do you knitting, do you packaging, do you say, yeah, one supplier. Once or one or so no, oh we supply schools by 10 schools.
Okay.
So we know the best is one, but no more supply no, school supply no, volumes.
And to all supply how many schools?
Over 10 schools.
Over 10 schools.
Yeah.
And our supply.
Over 10 schools, so do you have any idea number of students what parents are they are showing?
Oh yeah, who's a school uniform no? A22. Okay. It's from 2. It's from 2. The school boy a beer. A man so 22 sir.
Okay.
Okay. A beer and 500. So pam 1,000. A beer and 600. To pam 1,002. Beer and 800. So a school no. So I'm the funny thing about the way payment way. Anytime beer say you go out beer near fears here, or you will and they start paying some few. About 2-3 B. When you pay, it ceases. Until most of you bits womb. Anytime say you beer. Yeah, but yes, you be carbon to be near Brea. Yes, so yet ya. Zimbabwe and some move Kamasama was not yet ya. In Yatira and Twasso, because yes, about until last week no. Mufia see about 10 supplies we pay. Now matter is scarce. You try to scar, you try and say, and it's always stories.
And it is our supply about 10 schools who are crowd no year Juma Pim Pam meeting Cronba. It is our no, I bind the cabay saying.
I bind the maker. I bind the maker. In all, no, I bind the anchor over 30 million Ghana cedis. In essence.
The whole country.
In essence, Ninja mean to book we potentially say making a say buy. If you sorry, I call picketing. If I say free, if try cracker. So, who was young also quite a fed do mutu and the aka. By its kind of woman, a dorsal. Papa, and yaketwa. Because a moment depend on us no a match. And more ones no a good humano. Because
oh, yes, sir, because it's cassette is about say I buy the whole supplies secondary school uniforms 30 million there. Ska president or triple back or crowd I buy into your mukay no. I ain't for a money sicarito uniforms no. A day a pam namodia supply schools no.
Opinion near that. You know, you may want to get impembe brain alone. A yaji impembe brain alone. In fact, we are members with documents. Loan banks actual letter origin on Japan as going forward in the media pie as better one. In fact, in Pembe na no no san kamani biba enti ye baboa ye hono ye zaba yenwie ba na ya hyasa enti enyum no bobo e won pona men na enyum won ezinkita won pa because sisia ye na nyu abra na there before free SHS na ye dwuma na ebia this time no akodi loan as a human na Warburton, a Japaza years back. Oh, yeah, it's in Pembe na loan. I mean, I'm the loan, and I'm a major because maybe I could loan. How are they treating you? In the gun, obeying you a bed loan now, as by a guma. I mean, Mr. Teno, banks are major loan one at a point, mid 40. It's quickly, no. Me nyan kofi mo support him lectures be mo support him okutu amaka onamam after that no me hear the Morocco lectures the same people akwaje sika but they told me that no they cannot invest in anything with the government because when you truthful last aguma me year 2022-2023 academic year banks are more 3 different banks. It was very difficult for them to give me loan when it comes to contracts with the government. Why?
Also, schools do not send our supply.
May school ABN. School ABN.
Okay. Obibeka say about to be to say any who say kuku na we unity and are buying to be credit card in Bob Quadu so a opposition party in the Shamochi said a Bama Bano are unpopular. You can be such them.
Papa say bisa ba na ya too much this year. Let me just say minister share even last December. on this same issue. Make a share not less than 5 times on this same issue.
Mo contract now mo sign and money one is sign, money Ghana Education Service in a sign, and as the Ministry of Education is sign.
Any GS is sign, but we will be paid by Ministry of Education.
And the GS now on the sign contract no. I see same fan so no na mama juma. Me GS ne share Ministry of Education say but na mama juma. And na mo be no so to e hwese mo sabe kamusika.
Yes, you know. You shared that last year around October. So can I say it's in the pipeline? The umbusuya. Some of the but that pipeline, meaning pipeline, prekwa, and so it means flows are ache, papa. And one thing they say, I don't care, ya cry sorry, they say, we say what didn't for 2 years. Untiame. Now for the say, you will be a man, want to mean so and say, yet. Into May Jamo be aye. I said, what default to contracting? You are the mamma. Uniform, see, also born ma, but the school year back up. Munupe, why 2021 dear no, in Chianica. 22 dear no, 1 year scan ye, we know so contracting. Now, almost say, won't mean ye biano, ye budget. But one can say, more room can nadia, betamoka, a honor, a kame ama I say, a trimpo say in Chamokana engage money from Mangrove would be ana. It's a question. But everyone say won't you make come say mebre. And we know how Ghana is. That's a wow science you mean me 2 years no Jamaica. Me last year there. O say oh jam obi won't mean to but on dream e can now won't you me home. So e dey ne intention no. Na ejuma do so. Na ye pick it. Na ye books. Ye uniform, as na food. Fish na buy e pet na pick it no. E dan e boachi bidin.
I boachi bidin is saying.
Mencho mu ye. Ejuma no yaji a contract no every head for no 2 years nti no ubetumi to company school bo kroma why set up work tender wonye biaye no so wonye bia look hona no apa work is 3-4 bi muso nye betu so moka na madwuma no e wo fom obi anya biye se na dwuma na tie nti ko kantamanto a na ho ye hyepa cause bi bo no ma ye ya ni nyina koto ne ma wo ho ye dia ye ye da sore ya ye si PK no 2017 headphone I'm tender be. Oh, never anything.
Pick it near day.
Pick it. Red house jerseys. House jerseys. Red, yellow, blue, green. House brand jersey. Ever anything? Because the minimum work materials going on my plan for the next year. Maybe you see for the national tender. But minimum say it look up and say the bear. You make me a mamma bono. I go down to everybody. Now they were down. Yenina bankran. Se be tender wakra. So Eastern Region nearly two lots for Eastern Region. Into the lot 1, oh plus cinema ebia 22,000 pieces. Lot B, sir. The someone say local person now no what schools one pay one area hona of Ankara ayeno. What picture about this level? I'm insurance credit so no nya de ketua. So it deterred them from coming. Let's know a very sad way. A yampa na say bibio. So can help boom. I'm a tender be you go to Nina. A tender not less than 5 times. We won none. Yes.
One way near no more free.
And one. It's been got an place saying, now you're a tender for pickets. It's still within. So we are reading backward. In me, say in the back of a tender. A baby, 5 will be yet obiaye. So you put your free look at the bar national. Now you were trimpo be ana. You put your say 2 boom say boom and a uniform. No boy from a educator. Make keep a rebel. And the Ghana uniform up and down. You just 60 cedis. 60 cedis uniform.
60 Ghana cedis.
Material. Obi task count. Would you check right? Task once and I check them out. Ministries 3%. Withholding. And so now I can't. We better say so. I go to your GR for the cost account. But we 60 cedis.
And the 60 Ghana cedis na buy tax 3%.
Yeah.
And so now
GR require also say amba.
At almost so dear.
Into we also could be 55
Ghana cedis.
It be someone say, but the material. We need you. You're saying, now, until me enjoy and can. Now, that's a wood money there may be more. Papa, now are you being fair to suppliers?
Apart from the PE kits, and there may be a buy where you're free.
Books with him. A size book, notebooks, and so what be because you tende bia yenyebi yesterday no supply na dey ya ne say won say akwa lot kese 2000 pieces ba go for to maswa na China.
Oh, okay.
So kantamanto hona na kam goto material first ko ma ho obo ha oni machines ko pam to nya contract na ko kantamanto auto material no ato picket no papa air cutting o kati o nya ne coins papa ye sewing akoso nya ne coins we ye printing we print nya ne coins we ye packaging waje de ko do endo nyume no na papa ye 10 afọ mu nsem munyom kakra wadi no so ko so pagyan de kakra na mo cut it now off
and say material no ye print o Ghana ye
omo ya papa mo ye Ghana
how many for China
ye be samples of local in here no and the men current no you cry so inferior very by yet no price no
individuals na imported ba na say GS no na
ya gidi maybe mo ye ana mo cry ba then no price ne there ya pay say boom
wow
from 30 cities no say na 55 a uniform na ne board no 60 cities so my question is say the uniform na ye ntu e kana e dey kana ashimache na for mo ka say ye gi bi mo mebemu no e say bi ne be koso ana say ye ko pick in the books na is there any intention to say any friends and farmer e bi ana
PRO mo say matwe aban ma hu minister ma share minister so mo be ye o ye kira ye mo civil right to betimi atiasi montan ye o ye kire ebreben na mo de ma abakwa de ma aban akosisa aban ntua mo ka what to be your next of
yeah ma aban 14 working days
I shall say for that
last week Monday. I shall say Monday.
Last week Monday.
I shall say Monday I wake you me. Monday I wake you me. Until yesterday by 5th February. By 5th February net time no aso. In between no yesterday aban obotua at least you bondo we own commitment pado tua. Na say aban ntua mpemebiri no yaka but this time no ye ntwe na no nsen bio. Ministry of Education no ye kwa pick it ho na ye pick it na ye be ye no ye be make sure that ye be ye ya ye ni ye ye be magana fa ate ye nka ya mu we hu wazere ye hen in fact oye yo but this time no bibi enyi obetwe na asan ye nenyu abre papa
ti se mo pa mo bonyina ne se mo benya letters and mo benya message from Ghana Education Service and ministry so musi can say they are ready
ye mpa bo anyen
aba enya are ready and they atiache checks ni yetua
ye mpa bo anyen
are ready atiache are ready no next week ni atiache but we are paying
okay General Secretary your final message to here aban yes o pass maka chenyame na ka go from am
the mechanic say freeze na high no obi no a obaka say yempe ye support so edwuma na ye no so no e edwuma ye from years yepe no mom de ba yo muntu ayeka no ana ma edwuma no ayi bi ho yesrew they should pay us and pay us in time na omo freying na enya payment plan proper some supply say ya that say betu am na afen so no omo no mo edwuma from nsem say mutumi ye no they should stop it because to me no ni ahane
ti say obi anko kantamanto koto material biom
okoto ayde pick it baba the okraba no ojai no pam no ojai am be say shop mu hu work say krawom and how they are suffering single parents anko mu didi munye bidi any bomb bra now they are home just aban omo ntua yen omo hwe na nipa na ye hwe omo no e doso omo ntu say me ba kwa no me ba kwa me be 2050 na machine say to go dem no menya kwa yes you to enya adwuma papa me school me say me nya badwuma me ti madwuma se me ti adwuma at machines e ko be 200,000 say me set up adwuma I say we are for years na ban be good man say machines ka dem na then youth no be nya interest on be ye adwuma na nko pray abadwuma me na say onya de boni bi yesrew abane say obo madwuma nko to akoso dia ye ka che na do say sa police we no mo de buy e fa pick we no egunwuma pa they should go back and revise it. Okay. Yes, to come back against them.
PRO.
Eja.
Your last words.
Yo. Edasi. The me pede claim de ye best de Ghana for one who de enya politics na area in Enwaber. Na enye de ye kado election yin tin ya hyase. Ye hyase acha. Nti ye best de aban onteyin. enye do bia like ya sort there bia election yenti abaninti na onye ninsi nkonya ye hudo ontua yen ka na ye hontan da my brother Ken Mr. Sold there yes ran edwuma na worry JF members insem osan there members in yes can supply ebinom no so na ebinom is in a 2 years or the nekokonya iska na worry fechi wo gege amankrofo no yes ran because information on oye open secret able to that to go most headmasters e be someone headmasters no wo fro for school column from we badge mom wo kala no che the origins amonyi pa fofor nti oyaza woroko
no ko amosusuma to tom fidie because
yeah mokaze wie no mesre yen suppliers ma menuanom suppliers in the day 2023-2024 academic year yewo mi as student call November ya say wo materials ni bi wona pede supply are very careful osane the one zama erokono mayor kan yede aban onfa yin scam na afi 2023-2024 academic years ye be pede aban yen betena ase na you payment plan because your election year ye mpede obia bekede edwuma no wo nti mereko akoye oida ma obotunze ahonchire kese abaye no member group no do.
Okay, Pennyfo, Madam Assistant to Safra Mobile, we concerned members of National Association of Institutional Suppliers. I never back community number say Cantamanto for Namo supply a year materials in the human in Mabium. Or more Namo Pamontad is most to me in Yabium. I say jobs are Nanka, you can say Ghana for Nanka Secretary Mom, and it's our jobs or no. Yeah, they call China. It's very sad. I buy a 30 million Ghana city. Me so second of rata we free $600 million in Mobia Crow. Obia Crow. The Bufu Crab it may if you want as I can't do. Now, yes, it will be. It has said to Safra Mobile. I'm going to send you Medina Gus of you. No, because a penny for Bejo Major, yeah, Danny Honeaba. Now, me patcho, young Kona Yanko, Kuntabu, Mahama, Akubu Akunta, Mensia, and a fair Santa Regina Minister Sukubu Akunta, Mensia, na and penny for prepare me a bar. Serious business.
Na ene dia men se womre nso efutu a woma me no ense ne awokan se asante mankai se ebedi adanse pefe na obi ate ejuma abra me ye mampanyi me ye wasante manmu enye se me bebo se ma ye 1000 and something projects we chips compounds and kan ho enjuma district assemblies aye and kan ho sebi ajana bia en kan ho we enjuma nkasa abraham ye omampanyi ye nana bebre so wadaworma otayechi ntini etimi ye san nyuma nyina enti me bono baako ne dikan eye edwa eye fe wo West Africa hi nyina sa adwa ne bi ni ho e wo Kumasi ha kejetia market. Nana if you are yes Tafo market, yes Asawasi market, yes Atonsu market, a Juanquano no. Na eba hospital yes shall say AC Sewa hospital, a fire military hospital, Formina hospital, Bekwai hospital, Nina Ewa Santa Memoha. Oba Akwaya Asawasi town roads. Swami Town roads, Tafo Town roads, Kenya Sea roads, High School Junction to Janasi roads, Bomso to High School road, Kote to Aiduasi to Campus roads, Emena to Bwedi, Apromasi to Ejiso, Bonre Junction to Bonre road, Aprede to Parkoso, Tikromba road to Antwa roads, Bekwai Town roads, New Edibiasi Town roads, Bonfa Junction to Isiwa Road, Bekwai to Isiwa Road, Kumawu to Drombonsu Road, Tepamanfo to Subriso to Fanti Road, and we are quite a few nine. Yeah, ewo Asante Maimoha.
For no problem, he said. I find it be ama contractors. And the number of the enca, me van the enkaya. Nanso no sika 70 no. Buying 8 million interim payment certificate, no. Do na F1. bebree every man so a wɔn ni site te sɛ wo ka kora na sɛ wo de ama contract na yɛ den nti aban na sɛ bi yɛ ne no ka yɛ bɔ no a so wɔnyɛ sika na ɔma san aba site na sɛ bi kɔfa anwea kɔnta ekotwa mu manso kwanta me kɔrɔkora sɛ previous and bɛsi bitrase nso ɔbɛsɛ de kwan no asɛ yafa na ɛnyɛ fɛ ɛnso kɛ hɔ no yɛ de ama contractor owurɛ shop a wɔyɛ free of wasi aba dantando abɛsi manso kwanta na nkɔde aba abɛsi anwea kwanta a ɛyɛ over 240 million US dollars project bɛɛ nam sɛ payment no ɛkɔ no wɔhyɛ ase free of wasi bɛɛ ba dantando adwuma no ɛnkɔ so yie papa nti akwan ne deɛ ɔtumfoɔ yɛwɔ ha ɔtew sɛ aban no bɛtumi atwitwa contractors no ka yɛwɔ big problem ɛduru baabi a na me akora me mmea no ho yɛ me mmɔbɔ because adeɛ ne sika ne ne butu mewa nso fi sɛ yɛtumi yɛ kwan a nka bɛboa me nka me nso metena so yɛyɛ ne nyinaa wie a daakye me nam a mefiri so na mekɔ a bɛtumi aka sɛ yɛyɛ kwan wei na meka ho yɛyɛ kwan wei yɛ membrɛ so nso nneɛma no bebrebe no ohia asɛm no na ɛsika asɛm no ama bebree ɛyɛ aka ne ho ayi me nana bɔmpata ahene sɛ yɛade m'ani yɛ o because the town rules ɛde gu hɔ nom a up to now yɛntumi ɛgyɛ yɛ a afei yɛ request sɛ yɛn terminate na yɛmfa ma contract foforɔ anyɛ sɛ adeɛ kɔ no ɛha bi nti otumfoɔ akwan ne deɛ kadeɛ de ama contract nti yɛtumi yɛ mu bɛyɛ 60% kura wie a nka ɛsunsunsuasoɔ no ɛbɛboa yɛ na emu sikasɛm no ɛna ɛha yɛ
We have built 28,485 household toilets. Then you have the Sustainable Rural Water and Sanitation Project, where 12,972 toilets have been built. Then there's ongoing construction of 5,000 under the Greater Accra Sustainable Sanitation and Livelihood Improvement Project, the Gaslip Project. 5,000 toilets are being built there. The Government of Ghana Household Toilet Program, we're building 1,900 toilets there, and Rural Sanitation Model and Strategy Program, 40,348 toilets, serving 3,000 communities. And then under the Urban Sanitation Pilot Project, 21,332. So under the Toilets for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. Quite remarkable. The
toilets, Amamu. Yabesi toilets. In all, Yabesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all.
They take your IC. This government, they put delivery trackers, also toilet. Toilet be district assembly them work. Why national government, they tell people what you do, then toilet to the district assembly. That one we know the count.
Abusia for we are back sama John Mama Kwaba mpenyefo ajo madwa e wo hwedem hase na opening kase ya baako adwuma die fans 2022 na ene no a chese na nka yesua Chinese language kakra no kakra na mi say oji appointment wa ba mu ntino na ye hu no sometimes or cabinet meeting, sometimes or national executive meeting MPP ntino na nyankopon adaro my election year. Na me ho na receive because se sabe me CS boss or say there kwanda ho different na me ye adwuma Steven Kwesi Akwa aka Chinese man akwa
ndo o preamble ile anodium
proper
Jozo ni hao
mi review
so far me
and I am can review it was essential
me say at sign na we didi ana
and o kan ni hao na me ka say
ni hao na waje so ni hao
okay and the okay is
chifan
mayo
we didi ana
me nidi inte me ya na say
mayo
is it me nidi
formula na 1 anyway akwaba
unto ye na
say if you boko there
your ba, your nia, your hene, bibi account, if you boko, if you boko, is answer, identify for so much chow. Me chairman Coca-Cola and first vice Razak ne Ira Kisi Junin Penifo Kenya so much chow. Mamucha identify for you say Omode Akusia as next member of parliament for the good people of Adentan constituency. Unto ya me nim no krenie me di politics ache enye ye kra since 92 me politics in Ghana. Na ohwe Jumedia Akusia menu edin wadenta for the past 1.5 years, 2 years ni e dance. Unto it will interest you to know say mami abomode aye different health screening at 20 spots. 20 baku 20 different places within the constituency. Na near one woman say, don't say health screening I thought that ya it made the I division one more 2 minutes you why she could feel kotoku de that be onone de end or their doctors ne nurses beba near your lab test instantly near near how near Mount free. Ya sign ashe omo ni eyo omo ya eni so free of charge. Nto e bin si Adentan that since the creation of the Adentan constituency.
Adeba cause the council so hwengrofo kutuku.
E bin si that. You see
Agency on fanka ho.
You see untimi nhwe nipa kotoku wa bra create opportunity and nipa nankasa ebeye self dependent. What you say? Enunti na kosia menu eye ne oye no Adentan. Last 2 weeks here in Chekra, Adentan there were 37 public schools. Out of 37, 36 are government basic schools. 1 senior high school pen public school Adentan. Over 10,000 exercise books and Akosia menu edema all the public schools in Adentan. Even see that Christmas
public secondary schools.
Secondary school what Adentan public one.
Was
no was Medina.
Mama
senior
block
high school. Yes, Fafra community day.
Okay.
Senior high school. Okay. Yes. And open public SHS Wadenta, including the 36 basic books Wadenta. Akosia menu ama omunyina over 10,000 exercise books, pencils, and pens. It has never happened in the history of Adentan constituency. Christmas is send your ma and ma any J especially. Ya ma me no mo ton ade odum. Nto obi eni omubro nya da. E bin si da.
Okay.
Odi omubro nya.
I think say
kola ne nyoma oye. Nto e wo se
you have a lot to say.
O pek akonya na woda Akosua menu ase. E wo se woda Akosua.
Me kwada na ase.
No, che nto it will be of good use. Say nto. Platform we and the other Akosua menu.
Na me che say fa me kwada
na de pa e wo se
anyway.
Nto regional minister and social child. Ayawa so central. One history that is going to be written on Saturday.
Okay.
Honorable Henry Korte, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, is going to maintain that seat as an MP. Now, Uniabemo will say Jerry Ahmed Shaib, Coastal Development Authority CEO. We jagba we for say it's a clarion call.
So who could list no?
We jagba we for almost say Jerry Ahmed Shaib. It's a clarion call.
Sure the best. Honorable Akaba.
Sami.
Come here there.
Nyame adom. Bibie de din nti asida na yedi manyame. Na enua eka ba. Everyone say ne original e wa denta obonia eya o kase ebinsi da no. Ejide pa say Ramadan so enwumre ehwe. Na juma Ramadan abono. Anyway, so Ramadan dey waye. Enso bi nso edibi eka ho a I think it's in order.
We need track
because a Juma, offer me you a Juma Ramadan abono, Obia him. Now, Obia, we see National Youth Authority as Deputy CEO. I said, some of these programs are under the authority. I said, it's in order. What I say. So, Mijinipa say at the right time, yenua Ramadan so beba obeche ejuma wabo in the entire dental constituency.
The coming days and weeks in the bese
weba
think Kenya
because
Kusua ne nya bra Ramadan
sir o say madam for pa e na me ejuma wabo pa e wo on say call back and no man farmer no o come say no
2016
yes no this guy is a good material because o call one yan crap ejuma obo wo no I say no this time here dey ma na that time no na MVP ni na ti so no mo wa ben
honorable asa oh
wow
former national
director of communication
yeah wow. Lawyer
no mo no mo ti so ena Ramadan esan se wo bojuma mo farmer no see ejuma na ma ye no this time remember until at the right time remember when fa kwanya winchia anyase otumfo nyina anwumre on say o program there by this time na anyase otumfo nyina asi akonwa amote nti anwumre metia Bishop Mills yeah the party pay for nyina nso asia menwa no mo ye studio
SP akwaba
Samuel Mejodo
jana pomi de
Nadum.
We de ba me nu nye we 5 minutes one on one bi ansa na ya be me issues no so.
Baba maminchia munya
Steven Kwesi Akwa.
Munya Akwa.
Meya.
Meya. Chinese man. Akwaba. Yehu ache. Zaba atina. Na honorable alote michian. Na michia wa so na michia na ashofu. Yaba mani bill.
Mani bill pa.
Campaign or ye.
So called cabinet meeting in mani bill mood. Yet it is a week mo IPAC meeting because so ama electoral commission a propose a change of date December 7th election yensa date na face to push say Kenya no republic holiday. After that, before that, yet is a SDA force or petition electoral commission for say yes date, you know. Then electoral commission, IPAC meeting, then a course.
Yeah, Sammy, yeah, into the electoral commission will pay the for IPAC meeting. So Monday, you call IPAC meeting, and for the information of viewers, NDC were present.
Okay.
At the IPAC meeting.
No more resume.
Yeah, we resume until electoral commissions about to party. Comeback party. I'm a NDC.
Anyway,
for coming back to the table.
Yeah,
for coming back to the table. And there are two proposals. Electoral commission were in the. They felt there was a growing concern, and there's been a conversation already in the system about moving the election date to somewhere November. 2015, 2016, there was that suggestion. In fact, the then majority, which was the NDC, wanted that to be passed, and the MPP did not support it. Due to reasons that it was in an election year and was too short and all those things. So that one, and then also making the election day a national holiday. They cited there it's not because of the SDA petition, not for any religious aid, but because political parties have been talking about it. And I normally say elections or second term, second round, another we went for a third round. So sometimes it drags the whole process. Into between 7th December and the time of swearing in 7th January, or you're too short. Sometimes it makes it difficult for them to meet up certain laws. In Bremuno, after elections, 1 year, within 21 days, you need to do another one. And time that it will mature for the other one to. So some of these things, I one. Say Papa, because some of us were of different opinions. Therefore, they decided that we should go and they will get back to us. Just the following day, ended and was sent to another letter there. We should discuss that with our leadership and meet with them on Monday for another IPAC meeting to discuss those proposals.
More oppose electoral commission proposal.
In fact, my question maybe someone may know there. Asamna was urban. Is it a decision or is a suggestion for discussion? And I wanted to set that premise because here will be that where what in Sembiba as a proposal, a few days for discussion, but apparently it's a decision. So by the time we realize this is what they've decided and they are just informing us. And for me, I'm suspecting that it's a decision that they had taken and they wanted to inform us. But you see, this cannot happen without the support of the majority. You need 2/3 to set a bill in parliament to change the existing law. Presidential elections only limitations in terms of date changing, but parliamentary has it. Because Article 1124, Ochede, ansana ebeye parliamentary elections, it should be within 30 days of the expiration of the current parliament. Beyond equals November, it means you are going more than 30 days. Until you will need to change that act. And you need to present a bill to parliament. And bill na debako parliament, you need 2/3 of parliamentarians. That process is, in an election year, parliament was sit to up to say June or say Bibidam. Into say that process you might not be able to go through all of them and meet because of them are council of state. Now what you to what the bill about parliament? I don't take 21 days for parliament, parliamentary sitting days, 21 days, and sana was so be vote on. No, I accept and sana was sent. Then the processes. I mean, my position and my party's position because what's Yanko discussed with the party, I've discussed with my party leadership. Our position is that it is a good idea to be implemented probably in 2028.
Okay.
But not 2024. Okay. In an election year, according to ECOWAS treaty, in an election year, you don't even make changes to your electoral laws. Because or a big decision, you know, no more welcome to the Wesakwa high, Ebianco or China, or Pedro Bagana Botuaba. We be say Jumum, December 7th, Babotuaba, into Maji a period. As we speak, yen decide in Tibatan ye decide Yako present a bill. So there will be uncertainty within the year. Until finally, so what do tomorrow? It will be not enough time for people to adjust themselves and all those things.
Okay.
Political parties are here, your plans are here for the year. So it will distort all the plans.
Okay.
So the reasons for me for rejecting it in 2016 are the same reasons that we should reject it now.
Okay.
We should probably look at it for 2028, but not.
I said that can be about electoral commission, can be about CI at the 2024.
No, they didn't talk about it. I think I also raised those issues there. Even your CI that you've taken to parliament, I mean, don't need to know delay more district level election registration for it in Ukraine. We are still not sure what is happening. So, which means that you are likely to wait a little bit to see if it can go through for you to do another registration this year. Because this year, so be another registration exercise. So be continuous registration, so be limited because the bill, them other CI, or could through it means there will be continuous registration.
Okay.
Into all those things, next this year, since about push elections about November, it will cause mayhem.
Okay.
So Yami Aduma Monday, it will be something that will be taken on board. But
Monday there's another IPAC meeting.
Yes, but for being a holiday, for the last 2020, it wasn't on a holiday. It wasn't on a weekend. However, political parties at IPAC, you try to Mampeyin now make that day a public holiday, and it happened.
And in the parliamentary approval,
you see, say a try to Mampeyino issue executive instrument, you would need.
Okay.
But the issue is that you might want to do a bill to parliament to change the Public Holidays Act to add every general election day as national holiday.
Okay.
So you can wait and last minute ask for executive instrument, or you can present a bill to parliament. Now we'll add election dates as national holidays to our
all right. Yeah, that's Papa Pass me and the course of IPAC. Nyami Adomo and said that Jwada Sonqua de BCB and Ebet. Now, Yenin Komo, Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bomia, Nano Jwada or Kasai or Chese, are buying by for the past 7 years. I went to me creative jobs. 2.1 million jobs na by to me are created. 1.2 our public service, public sector. Yeah, by Juma and 900,000 and so private sector. I'm Dr. Muhammad Bawumia.
Together with other projects holding similar objectives, a total of 100 million Ghana cedis was disbursed to startups in 2023. Quite remarkable. And here we have another $55 million. You do the math. To be disbursed. The work of the GEA, therefore, gives me the assurance that government will achieve its target of creating an additional 1 million jobs. So far, in the last 7 years, government has created 2.1 million jobs, 1.2 million in the public sector and 975,000 in the private sector, according to SNIT data. And we want to create an additional 1 million jobs.
According to Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, also the head of economic management team and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party for 2024, say Aban for the past 7 years have created 2.1 million jobs. 1.2 Aban Jumamu and 900,000 Jumakumu. But Ubaha, when we talk about job creation, this is 29 September 2022, and a year deputy minister for a year employment and labor relation, Honorable Bright Rekubrobe, Nasma Okaini say government creates 5.3 million jobs in 4 years. Rekubrobe. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia said for the past 7 years, so the 4 years is within 7 years. According to Deputy Minister of Employment, as of 2022, I know September, no say Aban Akriti 5.3 million jobs. Now, what kind of article now? See, Deputy Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Bright Rekubrobe, says government created 5.3 million jobs in the first term of the Akufo-Addo-led administration, according to the Himan Lower Dentra MP. An analysis of data assembled by the ministry from the input of various ministries, departments, and agencies and government flagship programs indicates that an estimated 5,306,899 jobs were created by the administrative between 2017 to 2021, and the minister kind of 5.3 million jobs. Now, where this was published last year, November 15th, 2023, by the Minister of Education, Honorable Kenneth Kuntum Kunuku for us. The MPP government has created over 2.3 million jobs. Finance Minister. Also, the Okaya. The also so Ekanye ni as quoted or say the Finance Minister Kenofureta has claimed that the ruling New Patriotic Party government has created more than 2.3 million jobs for Ghanaians in the past 7 years. According to the Finance Minister, the government is determined to create more jobs in both the public and private sector for Ghanaians after experiencing God's grace in the past 7 years in office. And the Finance Minister also busumi mienu etwa mu no onso kotina parliament ka say aban accrete 2.3 million jobs. Deputy Minister Employment 2022 said 5.3 million jobs. Finance Minister in November said 2.3 million jobs. Now yenko hwe bibi wa hase we Ghana Statistical Service Ghana 2022 earnings inequality in the public sector. Ghana Statistical Service for data omode baye juma Ghana for a year juma madodo a year juma eno nkrono ba na wo ba this slider domo ediba or see data description Statistics in this section are generated using December 2022 earnings data of public sector employees. This section provides a description of the data. What's the data we are there actually as of December 2022 na abain ejuma efua yetiomo ka na se ejuma efua etiomo ka abain na efo. The government of Ghana employs about 688,000 persons, with over 1/3, which is 34.8% of the employees in Ashanti region, 18.2%. The Greater Accra region, 16. Okay, Greater Accra region, or say the Northeast or the Aba. According to Ghana Statistical Service, say as of 2022 December, na omo abaya for medjuma oti omo ka 688,000. Now offer a Ghana map or the breakdown no the Aba. Sa 688,000 upper east 32,000. Abajuma for upper east 32,507 representing 5%. Upper west 25,184 representing 4%. Northeast 9,423 representing 1%. Savannah region 9,646 representing 1%. Northern region 47,051 representing 7%. Bono East 24,988 4%. Bono region 36,177 5%. Uti region 15,164 2%. Ahafo region 16,258 2%. Ashanti region 125,333 18%. Western North 16,861 2%. Eastern region 73,302 11%. Volta region 43,804 6%. Central region 61,192 9%. Western region 37,365%, and a Greater Accra 113,723 17%. So according to Ghana Statistical Service, no, as of 2022, now omo abayin to omo kano 688,000. But the Vice President say abayin buy and we creating jobs for the past 7 years, no. 2.3 million jobs at 1.2 million ewo aban adwumamu and 900,000 and so ewo ankrankra adwumamu. Deputy Minister Employment so can 2020 can say first term of MPP government I created 5.3 million jobs. 2 months ago, Finance Minister said I created 2.3 million jobs. Why are we having this kind of different figures and numbers from this institution as compared to Ghana Statistical Service? Mamisha Semfenfri, Honorable Alutewa and Sana Mako.
This
is the third time
Sana, because once it's coming from.
I mean, the presenter has his way of.
Yeah, once it's coming from Abayno, most of the times, yeah, Michelle say for say friend people NDC for so Michelle say friend NDC. But no, the person Michelle say if you said the beya, e be a worker be business or person clarify or not be clarify on them na answer na honorable ato aba.
Whichever way, Sammy. Once again, Mami fa kwenya we.
The Mami set rules no. You have a year uninterrupted 15 minutes for all the topics. The 600 million dollars are aba. Afi water shortage in some part of Accra, and then this one.
I mean, you have lump.
Yeah. Manage it.
No problem. Mami fa konya we once again enchia ahwefo nyina anwumre. Na em say ohwe data oyiche enyina no. The data itself speak to the first say near Debia America no. Ye di too many ewo Ghana no. Ashe ora Akufado ni Baomi and Semse, Mumbu Moano. But you see, at the end of the year, Udin throw a start here, Udin throw baby. And only in a data Nankasa, you can see the variance and discrepancies are APM. Deputy Minister of Employment, Meboana.
Yeah.
See, 4 years, Oma created 5.3 million jobs. Minister of Finance, so let's see, for the past 7 years, we created 2.3 million jobs. Vice President, I don't know, the head of the economic management team, the subcommittee for economic policy, and also chair, see, they have created 2.1 million jobs. 1.2 million our public sector. And clearly you show the 2022, data, Physical Service, HSA, in Grofo, more government payroll from controller, 688,000. O two bonsi, budget ora ofuriata e call parliament the budget for 2024 are already 2023 November now. He quoted a figure around the same, about 705,000 workers in the public sector. Only say budget, you have to show the public wage bill as against with total liabilities are here. Then you know which percentage of the total revenue are added to your salary and so on. Figure around 705,000 people in the public sector. So how can the vice president and then on say Aboy Jumanti Ghana for and Santu so about no mayor president, quote a figure of 1.2 million they have created. Meaning say time of mobile, everybody working in the public sector was sacked. Because current figure, finance minister Eddie share about the say they have 705 about that figure. About it could be in that range. Public sector. You know public sector, say Ejumano, at least in terms of the turnover, and I say much stay in office and no as compared to the private sector. And he said vice president Oraba Omia can say they have created 1.2 million additional job since on mobile. Meaning say time of moving here, everybody in the public sector resigning here. Here public sector. It includes the Ghana Police Service. It's a public sector. Anamibwa, council, finance service, account, military, account, immigration, account. And so now you come to the civil service.
Just to help you with this data for Ghana Statistical Service. So also over the years, the number of public sector employees high do not follow a discernible trend, but generally, government in recent times, about 10 years, has employed more persons. So it's like Abamba said I was no. I say
yes.
Near
from what about if you are comparing his figure to operator, meaning say I'm going to take you over. If I'm well, he said they have created. I hope you are following me.
Yeah.
1.2 million in the public sector. Meaning everybody went home and they brought new people. That's the meaning. Is that the case? Anything that America say, are they who starting with lies? They still almost starting with trying to throw across the length and breadth of the country. They must also end in lies. And that is where we are now. And that is the reason why the economy is at where we are now. Because it's strange. Say finance minister will quote around 7 something in the budget. Almost 1.2 million. Does that mean some people were sacked and you brought new people into office? So I mean, Ghana for Munamuti CC Oraba Omia, I know on see Wabo Jumanti, Yentuni so about all moving from vice president to president. You say, or no buy and we created 1.2 million additional job in the public sector. Say no clear, but we know of a fact say Ninya yentro. Nina Sami yentro. There's nothing to support Nia Oraba Omia Ekano. In fact, the data will pull out in she said, because Deputy Minister of Employment, can say within 4 years, they have done 5.3 million. Onompo didn't even break it down. Now, I say, public sector has this amount, and private sector this number. I didn't break it down. Vice said 2.1. You see, we trace it back to the COVID-19 Sikano expenditure. They say, Sika Ora Baumia Eboeno, as compared to Nia President Boeno, as compared to Nia Finance Minister Boeno. Different figures. Just to throw dust in the eyes of Ghanaians. They will say, yeah, Juma. But Ghana for Juma. Those you came to meet in the private sector, they are even doing their own job in the private banks. Good banks, today we have most of them doing boats in Uber. You can't say we have boats in Uber. It's a demeaning job. But now can you teller? Hey, operation officer. Hey, go to more bank. Today you are here telling us you've created what job. You see, when you even come to the private sector, it's laughable. It's laughable in the private sector. Because how did the government create the job in the private sector? Because a young business, and I say Juma and Omoye. What did you do? As a government, you are supposed to create the enabling environment. Sammy, where are the enabling environment? Business for them to even employ people. Tell me, an economy where you met exchange rate at 4.2, and then and I'm 12.5, that is city to dollar. Meaning say me younger business, not say me what say 432,000 is equivalent to $100,000 at that time. Near man can make me a fado, and I said the kind of production I can do, and then 420,000 is less than $50,000. Me buana. And in terms of capital, we say no. You break down their capital. So where did you, and you see, private sector will never employ you out of charity or love. If a private sector is employing you, meaning say, when we say there's a chance to make more profit in a particular area, and see the boami, na into profit no. Capital we do no, we say no. With your reckless and mismanagement of the economy, we say no. Let's come back to the private sector's utility bill. And then share electricity bill 8 years. It's the same IMF. Look at the conditionalities. Last year, every quarter, we have to increase the electricity bill, and water bill. 18%, 16%. Even currently, you are even placing VAT on electricity bill. So, where did you create the enabling environment? Look at production inflation. What do you call the PPI? Look at what happened to it. Look at the CPI, inflation. Meaning, say, in Crawford, the capacity to buy more was reduced because the disposable income in Crawford ain't being talked about. So once they produce and nobody is buying, companies cannot expand. Therefore, they cannot employ. So what did you do for them to even employ the 900,000? Young family said, in Trona, we cannot grumble. ABI, what did you do to help them? We can quote several things. See here. Say you mismanage the economy. You were rated badly. One to me and call international capital market. And you have to borrow from within the domestic market. And the bank for any other financial no more than buying. Meaning say anchor business, the ability to attract loans from these banks. So form. In fact, if you look at all the things I say buying way any from what private sector no say. So how can they expand? In America, say in the private sector, say you employ out of charity or love. Say business economy as a company expand here. That is where they employ people to help them to rake in more profit. Now, profit no. So everything shows that whatever the vice president said, it's a big lie. And I've told you all the factors. The factors from exchange rate, business capital, the utility bill, producer price inflation, CPI, HSA. That would do 2.1 million jobs. And drop. 1.2 is in the public sector. And if you cannot quote here, if you compare to the budget, the total wage bill, which also show the number of employees, Sammy. So why are we doing this to ourselves? Why can't we speak truth to power? No, beyond say, Ghana for do any. So these are the things we are going to do. Look at the unemployment rate. Mosi Oram Haman Boyjuma. Now, unto me and create environment, Ghanaians will be employed. The teaming you to be employed. Now, unemployment rate, and I'm saying, around 8%. Even before 2022, it was 13.9%. So if you are creating the jobs, why are we having unemployment rate increasing? And I feel so that 1.2, we need to interrogate because public sector includes all the security services, includes the civil servants, in the various ministries, include local government service. Do we have that 1.2 million? Do we have that 1.2 million? Why can't we speak the truth? No, be able to say, it's one more creativity. And say, look at the number of people that come from the various tertiary institutions. Do you notice, every year there are graduations across teacher training, nursing, whatever, Legon, Tech, Nina, Kabuma, over 100,000 people are coming out every year. You can check the statistics across all the tertiary institutions. Over 100,000. When Grandpa may have not even added the secondary schools, we are assuming that at that level, you have to add something to it. So tell us the truth. No, what is the way out? And no thing I can say. The way out is what? The 24-hour economy. How we have the 3-tier economy activities. We are working 8 hours interval. And then this can say we will make sure Ghanaians will develop Ghanaians taste for Ghanaian goods. Same here, whatever we produce and manufacture in this country, Ghanaians will consume. Once Ghanaians are consuming their meaning companies will expand. Once they are expanding, they will employ more. Then we will have the 3-tier working shift. So tell us the truth. No, we have a lot to do to make sure the Ghanaians will have job to do. Very simple. Sammy, on the issue of IMF scanner, you say it was the brainchild of the NDC. Emma advice say go to IMF because what did they say? Yenko. Later they saw wisdom in the advisor. So if also because maybe an economy inflation of 54%, and they must say credit ratings in Basa, we lost access to the capital market. We have no choice than to go to the IMF. I had a DDEP. I started the external credit to understand us and to give us the leeway for us to also have that debt exchange program with them. And only IMF is more or less impressed. Second tranche money, we are very much happy. Say at least, when we say there's wisdom in the advice, that is also giving us opportunity to access the $550 million from the World Bank, which will show up our foreign reserve, a bit buoyant with our balance of payment. But this particular amount, at least, it will help us to manage our budget within. Let's make sure contractors so they can resume work. That is what we are expecting. NDC party will not wish evil for this government. Unlike their time, we wish them well. Say, but the money must be channeled through the right sources. The money must go into the productive areas of the economy so that it will spare growth. And they say, chop. Those is a loan now. Finance ministry. This is not the time for it. Which is the car buying put together. It's close to $1.2 billion. Because even BDCs, that is import of finished product of crude, they need over 450 million month on month. Because the consumption, which they need that amount of money to import petrol, diesel, kerosene, aviation fuel into the country. So $1.2 billion, if they alone within 3 months can consume this money, in the year managing expectations, no. Nimana meiti and Crawford and Crawford be or dollar be or demo, and all those things, no.
Okay. The time up.
President or can say Sika and Pedien.
MPDD.
Mirasi.
C'est the pa and Masui.
My branca or Chinese move.
Mayor Argentina, job created under MPP for the past 7 years. Yenya different figures. Vice President Dia Okanko, Health Finance Minister Dia Okanko, Deputy Minister so Dia Okanko, Ghana Statistical Service for figures or the Mayans also. And why? Short time now, 15 minutes.
Huntor, may I say, Mamincha Bost, Managing Director, Edwin Provincial. And Dr. Edwin Provincial. Congratulations to him on that feat. Our choke for say Obienya ni PhD na wa brenzo o ye adwuma so de ma boss de ano de party nyame insurano employment mindi kind for abasubode kese emma the CEO for Youth Employment Authority Yera Kofi Ba a Japan. Osha and the platforms on the started and GE for the and Subaya then ebe 2 more ama employment discussions Ghana ha mprempren a ye ka sei ekoso pay na wo hwe why employment omu a create during election year. It's overwhelming. Say ndo omama akwenya say mrantie ne mbaba wa omo wo skill no say ombetimi aboa ankrankra adwuma mana konanim nanso ankrankra adwuma yeni no entimi ntu omo ka no on employees amrantie ene mbaba we na aban enso na sen we be 500 Ghana cedis each on every year. Then I relate to government employment creation. Unto bisa asembi se den na records ni nyina kame aye contradictory. Unto na me enim Ukrainian. There is no ambiguity in whatever the vice president said and that of what you read. Unto in fact, as a matter of fact, let me read what the deputy minister at the time okay and the third paragraph of the statement or say sorry
Kafra.
Government acknowledges that these jobs are either formal or informal, permanent or temporarily, and full-time or part-time. Specifically, was spelling out areas $5.3 million. Sorry, jobs na all can wasem no. All free. So there is no ambiguity. Unto a bunny job creation na ubetimi de even 1 hour a create e be 50 jobs. Within that 1 hour no, who creates our jobs in the the next hour no, that jobs wouldn't be there. But you've created them employment. People have benefited out of the job that you gave to them. There is no ambiguity about that. Now, Osha Vice President Dia Okokaye, clearly, Abenba Abenja so since 2017, Ebepim 2020, the security sector alone, Ministry of Interior, I employ 15,814 security personnel. 15,000. Yemfa ODA analysis of ministry by ministry, and I can mention to you ministry agency basis the number of employment they've done, temporarily, part-time, or whatever. It's spelled out clearly, and the data is there. Now, let's come back to the layman's point of view in terms of employment. Let's take education sector. Na yenhwe bibi te say senior high schools mpa ewo Ghana ha. Omo a run boarding facilities nyina no ewo caterers. Those caterers no under the MPP government, they are running catering services ema enkola no edidi anapa ewia eni nwre free. And they fenukra keke. The last time I checked, me share your friend is saying Ministry of Education about 700 and something senior high schools we have. Imagine set schools in India. Caterers a wo kran 5 to each. And no crap how many people. I'm doing the layman's analysis about job creation. Unto o share sa area no kwa the number of jobs it will create. Now, Mami no kwa koto enioma ewa gbobulushi. Oko ye no kaya ye no na ne pan ni si wo empty. Onya nioma nsoa. But as a result of his services or her services at the senior high school level onu anuane amankola nti oko market ho no. Wama obi adwuma wetua ne kasempo ana akapre. Oma adwuma. Are you getting my point? So at every instant, you will clearly have different numbers or data in terms of job creation. What am I saying? And let me tell you, I can create about 5 jobs. Because I'm saying, menioma yefi, me pobies menioma no, ma penny pa me no mas menioma newie. Omu wie ya no me penkrofo mienu, ama ma to ne ntama ma me. Omu tu wie ya no me penkrofo mienu, ma mu de nneama na akwa akoma me ba o school. Are you getting my point? All these things that I am talking about from a layman's perspective, a job creation. Enti omampenia be di echire any 2020 near Minister for Employment Deputy Ebeka Aye can never be contradictory because of the circumstances and the times they find themselves. And right, oko government payroll, rapidly, it's an open secret. Obiye ni padodoa a what government payroll so. Whether it's 700,000 or whatever, it's an open secret, and Ghana Statistical Service has those documents. So how can that also be contradictory? And more government payroll so no, different from Sebe and more your friend saying quarry site and answer construction site. Today I had opportunity of inspecting the ultramodern all African Games facilities are MPP aban esin wo adenta brapeni ko hwemrantie ne mbaba wa omugu boteman omo bua amasa construction no akoso. Go and look at the number of people over there. Niamidi meni omukura on site kura no, we're numbering over 200-300 people at Boteman alone. Boteman Shaboteman Nako University of Ghana Stadium Ayesi wo. Go and see the number of people over there. So at every given time, when it comes to employment, there can be different datas, but you ask yourself, say, indeed, those people on the data benefited as far as employment is concerned. So there is no ambiguity at all. Now, Yanko Abai Namia Dromo MPP Abai Ejumedi Awedi as far as IMF ne Omaini Sikasam Enche Share Ekoso. Huntor was a Ghana for a shase a bompaye is sufre utredi amponyan kupon se MPP Abai and daso entina bendaso. Na Ghana and farin to mapa infra. Huntor the reason being that yatina Ghana hahwe be yemu bi edi njina che kakra ye nyini ye nso ye hu kakra ye reading so kakra. Huntor there has never been in the history of Ghana minuanu mienu eti habedi ho adanse even full price running a shoot to a certain level now backtracking in seed say yatiti full also could do 5 CDs na yataswa and then you turn 3 CDs. It has never happened in any era as far as the Fourth Republic is concerned. But 2 years ago, na ye tofu as expensive as 23 Ghana cedis per liter. And then where are we? We are lacking around 12 cedis, between 10, 11, 12 Ghana cedi fuel. Now, Jumeku be to say World Bank. And yet, a Jumekua, send your mini abe make udin tro ebe call my name akojisika. Udie sebe wabon kra unimshi. World Bank say o mampeni na na adodanko ekufuado ne sika samu nhihye yemu no we din tro wom ema woda. Indeed, o share records na ewo ho na brapani yenim ambanya abaso a omudi ntro ewo IMF reprimand dey obo. You sent document to IMF, lied, and IMF reprimanded you. Iti MPP amanyoku abomodin any IMF akasa any impenifo World Bank for akasa mane. Omanya nana dudanko ekufuado ka say we know how to bring back the economy. What we do not know is to bring back life. Na debia meka say mistake kesia MPP aban eye ya ne. Amanyoku obi to say NDC enya asamka. That mistake e ka menko anka ya nye. Se yedi emfasodie etu nipa nkwaso as against Ghana sika. Rapeni because se COVID ba ye eko ye ene se ye fi ya mu hiehiem ena ben ka se ye bema sika adaho magana for ewu ankabra pani me no I'm not sure we will be here by now. O hwe kwan a omampeni na bedi ekire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia esifa toto ya economy ho nsem e magana for nya mekodi ye anye kwa Ghana ni bi eni ho wo Ghana memu obeka se sebe ensuo na yete so no wenye bi anom electricity na yete so no wenye bi anso kanea anye kura no. So if you look at Mahmoud Bawumia ka no no e kire pefe se omo ye nyoma pebi nti ene dwumekuo bi te se IMF etimi nya gidie e wo ye mu se omo ma ye sa $300 million. Na shall send the World Bank for ankasa omo website omo kaye eye nika keke kura mpo keke brapani World Bank for say I just want to quote it verbatim na when baby a source no if we World Bank website almost say the government of Ghana remains committed to restoring macroeconomic stability and to the implementation of lasting reforms to set the economy on a path of strong long-term sustainable growth and transformation. The disbursement of the $300 million development policy financing, the first in a series of 3, just say ensayo eba kamienu kresa dia ba beka ho, will play a vital role in easing Ghana's fiscal constraints, sustaining the momentum of economic recovery while protecting the poor and vulnerable. Enti me nuanom a omote se me kwasi akwa oni biefo yenya ye won krase a ahohiyi a abawi ase afa na nyina na sebe America fo osu, Europe fo osu, Asia fo osu, NPP abayan na adodanko ekufo adodan no se se sike yo okoji yi inhihye pa wa ye ne se odeba bebo ye hiafo ene oni biefo ho ban nti IMF hum se ampa nyansa wom brapani nyansa wom ne se that free senior high school ene yetimi amboane over 400,000 young men sebe impredias ahunto na omo ending up on the street of Ghana and they are in school hunto go around the length and breadth of this country many anu nyina ndi ho dance here and then upe house help ni na credit. When was the last time you heard say somebody was advertising for house health? Emma Wenyebi. Very difficult to have a house help. Bisa. Adintia and nemrantian ketu asabi ni ekofo mu nkrase e di omo bankra so omo mrameye house help edumekura omo ba because nana adudanko ekufado ne Dr. Bawumia aban papa bi nti omo nyina ekosku eno na ye nkofo bi ya enka sabi Ghana for ntena se na omo ye damp in terms of education na ye use omo say wo sori akoto abakeke abato is about policies na ye me de ameditato ni say Rapeni, the NDC will say every good lies about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But the good thing is that they have never told us what they will do. Adi omo beye, assess what they claim to be wrong. Omo nye bida. Omo nye bida. I have always challenged the NDC say, omo kanche me nyoma miensa anaw de me yiba ko efi mienu. Omo leader any party. I convince you say he has a better plan, better alternative, strategic policy. Eba be yen every sa hu hia no mo say nana adudanko ekufado ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edi asem. Rapeni, I can even throw this challenge to my brother NDC over here. Me wi am my laptop that day and me phone better so. Onfa otimika nyoma mienu e convince.
Okay. All right.
Sa kunya odi mami ana. Na me change say o man na mo say no. Ora mahama edi na pa eba
wa ma challenge nti ma mema spin tin dey we are ya wrap it. You use your 1 minute
into laptop you manesi unje
so
manesi unje
o here laptop
no be tell obi o kwan say
okay is your laptop no
I'll just dash it on my way, and I'll show him.
We don't have matter.
No, Sammy, one can.
We don't have matter. And I'll show you. Response to that. SP, Vice President says 7 years, 2.1 million jobs. Finance Minister says 7 years, 2.3 million jobs. Deputy Minister Employment just 4 years, 5.3 million jobs. Ghana Statistical Service says one more as 2022 December near to 688,000. With all these different numbers, you know, Mayor say there's no discrepancy because sanity be anywhere as a sana system is here. I wasn't convinced. Were you convinced, Anna?
Sammy, the CEO of Vanny Glam, friend Vanessa.
Okay.
And then a birthday.
Oh,
so
okay.
Vanessa, we wish you a happy birthday. And
Vanny plant or day?
Vanny Glam.
Vanny Glam or day?
Or yeah, makeup.
Ah, okay. Tommy Amore.
Oh, me show the way Nina.
Oh, we are SVN now.
I mean, we are promoting businesses.
Sure.
Yeah, job creation as some, and that's why I'm baby too. Because Mr. Akwasine, Mr. Akwasine, CCI, house help sign. But in fact, CCI graduates are doing house help. They are begging for you to do house helps.
Give me 5 names. Give me 5 names.
Graduates
5 names. That you know they are begging for house help job. Give me 5 names. Give me 5 names.
May I only say graduate degree holders. Moya washing bay.
How to graduate or accident? What's the word graduate? Who's a graduate?
Washing bay is a bad job. People are in America washing.
Question is my main person is time. Ghana University Bank, any course bank, and a how to wash car. Why now call Sia Adia University, equity certificate, how to wash car.
There are engineers, mechanical engineers sitting at the counter as cashiers.
And in turn, so say, well, because on the catcher say, they are graduator or more as per Juma some Kwako, or more
patcho.
A patch being can say a Juma Bonnie. Oh, but I do my man into us, yes, a better time.
Sammy, you see, when you're fixated in your mind, there a pede different BBA, Obikasama, you jump to conclusions. The word graduate, what does it mean? Manka University graduate, Manka SHS graduate, Manka GHS graduate.
It can be any of them.
But I said graduate. And when you are quite pronounce, then Mifie, in my house, I have 2 graduates. One is a JHS graduate. One is somebody who went to university but couldn't finish out of it. And they support me in the house. And I can tell you, the kind of people who ask me there, Bratu, inye jume biya, fama, ejume biya ochede. No chede se miya house help ejuma. Obeye, who are university graduates, who are begging for jobs. I can say we ejuma ni biya mo bi na 1 year because I have a lot of them on my phone. I mean, me feel that community akwata hai. Obeshe World 2016 MPP manifesto. What's your 2020 MPP manifesto in terms of job creation? Now I can do because of certain things in the higher them, but we are the human to talk him to get them jobs. You see, when we want to reduce some of these things to the partisanship, we destroy the youth. Now you feel there, you able to want for votes. In there as we speak, people are working and are not being paid. Yet, I saw the work just because what if you be some other warrior then. Some media, media. There are so many media houses who are not able to pay their workers. Because taxes, must move from taxation to production. Taxes, business people drama, they are not able to generate the revenue to pay. So people, you are seeing people at work. So you might count them as employed. But Sammy, they are not earning any salary. They are not earning anything. Want to soon because what's in for babies on there? Those who school that are the I there sebi initiate. Why are people in Ghana running away from Ghana? Why? Why are Ghanaians running away from Ghana? And some of them are even working, but they are running away because the money that we are paying for them, you've devalued the money. Cedi to dollar rate, you've devalued our money. Since I go free, you must go but one minute. Want to more financially. So what are we talking about? There are serious issues that we all need to be concerned and deal with them. Just because we want to make our government look good, to be saying things for saying sake. Oh no, is opposition. In case this is what you will say. In the CCI MPP what for by day jobs as employment. Mahamari infrastructure project. Okay, the Missy circle interchanger. You have to employ workers to what's on into job creation. They said it. When the NDC was saying all the infrastructure project that we are doing, road construction, this that we are doing, the airports, we are picking people to be working on this. What's we can't count it. And those in the by day jobs. Anka every year kuto atopa ne do kempo. Us in there planting for food and jobs. We get to 2 million jobs. Only planting for food and jobs. It is only planting for food and jobs. We create 2 million jobs. Or banana, what's the entirety? We're 2.1. The other one from other place in Kenya, you're planting for food and jobs. You have serious crisis with your data. If your data doesn't work, how can you govern this country? Because which data are you relying on to provide opportunities for young people? And you cut them, and you see them, and then you come and say then you're correct because some jobs on your permanent. Hey. See, the job situation in terms of job creation, one of the key things that we need to understand today, if you have budget to crampuna, in terms of government expenditure on salaries, first, take the highest in terms of our budget. See, it is payment of our debts. If you want some salaries, it is if statistical service, our government institution, watch out the number of people that the public pays is about 600,000.
688,000.
Exactly. It's a little less than 700,000 people.
12,000 to 700,000.
Based on what are you mentioning about 1.2? That's like double the amount. Based on what? Just because we want to score political points? Is it because we want to score political points? Sammy, enyimbre onye baby o enyimbre wa wo fiem. Nkrofo a wopam school enter. Is my school full? Obetena ha. Obeka non payment. Inti because of that, we have rendered them poorer because wako bobosia. Na wada ye dwuma won twen won kaw. In fact, the time we go twen won kaw na sika ne value no wasay. Wasesa. So such people in there, wonder why ye juma, but they are being rendered poorer. Because what could you loan? And the money that is going to be paid in want to move into loan in young home faso and find travel jumum the water. These are the issues that people are facing that we need to look at. Quite better than I am for able to address some of these issues. But kadam na caterers are school. Minyim school a menu akwakwai. Ba me muko school na free SHS in you one. Now there are caterers in our school. Because school is demanded, where did that? They were providing meals. They were providing meals. And they were being paid. The caterers were being paid. So, unless you are telling me that, oh, ABR, free SHS in Timbo, for man, also, instead of for more caterers to cook for them, then I can understand. But in terms of caterers at the school, on your new thing, that because now free meals are being provided, it has created an avenue for caterers to be picked. Unless you are talking about probably primary school and other, but from the lower level, one ABR school feeding program, no, into ABR, they you can talk about them. But in terms of senior high schools, in terms of saying meals are being provided morning, afternoon, evening, because say okay, the lower level it's only one meal, but he mentioned that meals are being provided morning, afternoon, evening. I'm thinking it will be senior high schools because that is the only place that meals are being provided in that
boarding house.
In that so boarding house lower levels, you know, when you boarding school.
Yes.
Into what he means senior high school.
I mentioned boarding.
So and you mean senior high schools? You mean senior? You know, because the senior high schools, you know, in terms of caterers, oh yeah, they've been there
way back.
On your free SHS, no, the caterers,
double the number.
Oh, no, I can say, okay, so if you are talking about intake of the students there, so probably more caterers or something there, fine. But even that, Uncle schools, Uncle check, there have caterers been increased? Because me, I know that my senior high school, I was a former national organizer for our old student association. One of the critical problems was that the non-teaching staff, which includes those who working at the pantry, were complaining that they are understaffed. They are understaffed. So, I don't know. I mean, they can give us numbers for us to look at some of these things. You see, it is also unprecedented in our 1992 Republic that fuel prices went from 5 cedis per liter to 22 Ghana cedis per liter. So, you can't say it is unprecedented that prices are cost from before. It is also unprecedented. It being seen that. Then within a short period, price went from 5.5 CD per liter to about 23, 24 Ghana cedis per liter. Being seen that. There's no magic in this. In Kaya Dibina, and Sam Mana and Kado, being seen my yard. Obi Ikade Obi will move from $1 to 4 Ghana cedis 20 pesos. Or Yamedoyami exchange rate. I will move in, from $4 20 pesos. And now from even $5, it's able to use a $4 able to 4.2 able to 6 or 9
12.
So bad now yeah,
$1 is not 12.
12.5.
Bank of Ghana for no so more rate is at 11 point something. But I Lisa would tell here
12.5 today. Treasury rate.
And that's how much.
Yeah, but would you even clap if it's even 10? Would you clap? When Obi movie from 1 point something to
1.2 to
4.22, you were complaining. It moved from 4.2 to even let's say 10. But then we won't say more. Oh, Sammy, I mean, me posture in there. They are critical. Once you are in government, we will hold you accountable. It's not about MPP. Once you come to government, you are the one with the public purse who will hold you accountable. You can't be there. Governance is a serious business. You can't be there and come and be talking about no be them, no be them, no yank yan tunado. They are not there. It's opposition. I can't change yet. Do the things that you said you were going to do. Now you are telling us there. Inka or your mistake there. What can they what this can what the share economy? Then what the watch me ye na ye woo. Hey, I mean, what are you talking about? Are you sensitive to yourself and your family? To say there, MPP the biggest mistake the MPP did. Then Keba Antonio one should Ghana from a win. The Ghana for share more we are in Canada and Kai and Kamayakin. They yes, you discano, you look at the economy.
That's a paraphrase of what I said.
Really?
That's a paraphrase of what I said. So don't misquote me, please.
At the bench,
so
at the
don't paraphrase it.
As someone kind as American,
yes.
There's no difference. There is no difference. You are saying that the biggest mistake.
And always say MPP anye.
Exactly. And so he has forgotten the money the government received because of this COVID.
22 billion.
About 12 billion. It is supporting more budget. You've forgotten that one. You've forgotten that as we speak, we are still paying COVID-19 levy.
Your estimation.
No, you see, Sammy, on a more serious note, it's like to me, it's wickedness.
It's not
to tell me that it's a big mistake, and you wish MPP government never made that mistake. Really? When I clapped for the president when he made that statement that we know how to bring the economy back, but we don't know how to bring lives back. Then the Asama President Ken is one of the biggest mistakes.
You are still misquoting me, and you are paraphrasing what I
said. It's the biggest mistake.
You are making it good propagandist approach. Don't do that. I respect you a lot.
Say a mistake, but Ghanaians should know that we should not make that mistake again.
You can't lie on set.
Please behave yourself.
So respect me.
Please behave yourself.
Respect me and respect
me.
No, but you are misquoting me, and you have
the opportunity.
You made a statement. You made a statement to say
I will correct that.
A mistake I will send MPP and
you again. So
citizens inform
address it.
Sammy, Miss Inform, what and some.
So I'm giving you additional 1.5 minutes.
That's it.
That's your extra time.
You want to be brave and wish here. Now we are having a water problem. Make me da. Today Israel and because countries on a desert are finding innovative ways to survive. And we are making it more expensive for us to use water. We are even thinking of introducing VAT on water and electricity and what?
Introduce that. What am I?
Sammy, you see, some of these things, we need to find a lasting solution to it. Now, let's have a plan. There, water distribution. We should have a plan. It should not be truncated because there's a change of government. Now, citizens, because in the end, sure.
Okay. Honorable Alote, 2 minutes.
Gracias. Na Sami, enyo akwa kasan osi mimbo niema mienu a I think I'm convinced orama ama kansa nyame ya dom. Ye 2 minutes ni se obeye. Number 1, waka about 24-hour economy. Very simple. Even 3-tier working space. Nyoka say, Ankra business of Ghana. He will give them what will help them to grow the business. Utility prices, security. Senebea, we can produce all day long. Within 24 hours, you produce manufacturing. And in doing that, we will look at the import basket to cut some of the import. Senebea, whatever we produce here, Ghana for bedi beshe besanum, which will create more jobs. A Juma will not sit here and say, Obusi Obinyama, we should count as part of the 5.3 million. That's ridiculous. To create more jobs. It will help to save the exchange rate. And then for 4.2, alcohol. It will help us to stop borrowing. Because once we are producing, now say companies, tax, we don't need to borrow more. That's number 1. Number 2, Or can I say, Oba, all the uncompleted projects from NDC, MPP, why is he saying so? Because we have projects in the various sectors, health, education, and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, it will create more jobs. Our health issues will be solved. Education will be solved. These are the things that work. Baby, and that time as I mean, let's say, I'm in 101. Near NDC, sector by sector, I know a multi-million. What have they done? But me can almost the toilets. Assembly Juma. That was the achievement. Toilet in almost. And the Yapan say, Obi Lady Ghana or Boy Juma. You Baumia and Akufado government cannot come near Oram Muhammad at all.
All right.
In anything. And say I've mentioned those two things. Laptop no for my I'm trying to be
Mayor, 2 minutes.
MPP abana na do dam ko Kufuado eda no ye de oman sika ehwe Ghana fo mo munyankwa de oman sika ma Ghana fo ehwe Ghana fo mo munyankwa no yenya amamboyfo bi omo se nka sika no yema ne nta ho na Ghana fo.
Who said that?
Is that what he said? Are you reframing your okay?
No.
Oh, say your okay is a past statement. No, we want to know what. This is what he said first.
And to be question, one kind.
Even on this platform, there are allegations of government borrowing and even monies that came a best subsidized and a best the budget allocation during COVID time. I had the board abandoned so this isn't it? So I'm saying, was that a mistake for the party and government NPP? So be you so Ghana sika share Ghana for momo nyankwa. Instead, thank you, be masika na tena ho Ghana for you. What is wrong about this statement?
No, that wasn't what he said. That wasn't what he said earlier. What we said is
so what I said was that is it the biggest mistake we've done as a party?
No, was it to you? Was it to you? It was a mistake.
That's what I'm saying. You are rephrasing my statement.
No. The records are there.
Oh yes, the records are there. The government of the MPP
is run through.
No.
Everybody.
How can you say something?
You can't take his time. You can't take his time. Finish. Finish.
No.
Finish. The records Honorable Alute.
It's too much.
Honorable Alute.
Respect your viewers.
Honorable Alute.
Very simple.
The records are there.
Come on.
If I had 2 billion more to spend on education, I won't spend it all to spend. I won't spend it on free SHS. But also review.
Is that what he said? I will not spend all. I will not spend all.
Okay. Qualifying. Good night.